DM073 Gaming is brought to you by Happy Little Hug Factory. If you're looking for pre-orders of the upcoming sets, including singles or booster boxes of previous sets that have come out, you can check the link down below. Happy Little Hug Factory also has a buy list for Force of Will, so you can get rid of those extra cards you have laying around and turn it into new upcoming product. Thanks so much, guys. Check them out and enjoy the video. Hey there guys, DM073 here, bringing you the deck list for the Global Liaison Scheherazade list that was passed to me by Jeff Finnigan. This is a very kind of introductory place of how to play kind of a control style Scheherazade. It kind of blends control elements with some of the dolls, the heavier hitter dolls, as well as being able to kind of keep your hand full. This is just kind of a good place, interesting place to get started with Scheherazade and kind of get yourself used to her mechanics. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So obviously, Speaker of Eternal Night, we start with that extra deck. Our dolls have quick cast, and for 0 once per turn during either player's turn, we can reveal one of those extra deck cards and then copy and cast it. So a question I get a lot is, can you cast the card multiple times when it's flipped face up? No, you can only put the copy on the chase when it's being flipped up. So if it's already flipped up, you have to flip it back down and then flip it back up again later to be able to recast it. On the J-Ruler side, we have the 10-10 flyer. I'll still get cast, which is really nice. You get to grab a doll from your graveyard and put it back into the field. At Legend 3, you get to bounce something back to the top of the owner's deck, which is really awesome. And then at Legend 5, you get to go get a doll from your deck as well, which is pretty cool. For the extra deck of this deck, we're actually playing the following 5 cards. Ruin Stories. You do this so that you can recycle your extra deck because of the mode to be able to flip back down. Puppet's Last Days, because it's a kill spell and we play a lot of puppets, so that's our dolls, so that's pretty helpful. Black Tears, to be able to wipe out 1-drops or things that may be getting in our way. Approaching the Truth, because it's a nice little consistent turn 1 draw card, especially if you don't really have a turn 1 play, which you can kind of have happen in this deck a lot. And then Scarlet's Agony to kind of prevent J Resonators, especially if you get against a J Ruler based deck, you can just kind of keep them locked down so that they can't actually kill you. And then for our stones, we play 4 Black Silence, 4 Gusting Darkness, and then 2 Speaking Stone. Moving into the main deck, we play 4 Lorite. This card is very, very good. So if you're playing green, you're usually playing at least 3, if not 4 of these. Being able to cancel those activate abilities is great, as well as in the mirror, you can kind of cancel Scheherazade's ability to flip stuff face up, which is kind of cool. Abdul Al-Hazred to stop enter effects, as well as being a body on field, and we are kind of pretty heavy in that color, so it's pretty easy for us to cast. For Rachel, this couples really nicely with the fact that we're kind of controlling our opponent's board state very heavily, and so you can use Rachel to kind of set them up with dead draws, as well as works really nicely with Ruin Story, or sorry, where is it? Null Page, which we'll get to in a little bit. I'll explain why. Jupiter, this guy is a really nice little control win condition. He gets a lot of effects, quick cast, has a large body, can untap one of your own resonators to be able to swing again, especially in push damage when we have something like Effigy or Patrolling Guard Doll. Can also get blockers out of the way, cancel spells, do all kinds of stuff. So that's it for the non-dolls. Moving into the dolls, we play 4 Marionette. Yes, it's a 5/5, but when it dies, it draws us a card, so it's a nice little way to kind of quick cast in, serve as a blocker, as well as being able to be a nice little sacrifice with Puppet's Last Days, so you can like swing in with it, and then if they, try to, once it's swung and done some damage, then you can just sacrifice it to Puppet's Last Days, kill something, and then also draw a card. 3 Patrolling Guard Doll, 3 cost, essentially always an 11/11 because you're pretty much always going to have Legends 2, which is really easy to get to, very, very effective. 1 Cleaning Doll to be able to pop additions. 2 Variant Enormous Effigy. This guy's a little expensive, and I think that you can just play 1 if you really need to, because he is kind of pricey and hard to get right now, but it makes it so if you get 2 on the board, as I explained before, it's like, well, if you're going to hit me while these are on the board, you're hitting yourself twice, so if you're up above your opponent life control-wise, they have to spend their time dealing with these variants, otherwise they're just going to kill themselves, which is kind of how that whole control lock element goes. And then that's it for the Resonators. So we go into the spells. We have 4 Thought Control, being able to peek at your opponent's hand. Again, it's that early game control element. Spelling wants to be able to as well with like Rachel and Null Page to really set them up to just be in a position where they can't cast anything. 3 Approaching to Truth, draw power, get us to the stuff we need. 2 Final Battles to deal with some board wipes, 3 Ruin Stories, so if they cancel the one in the extra deck, we can do a lot of other stuff, as well as being able to access to the other 3 modes. 3 Null Page, So here's why this card's pretty interesting. So with Rachel, if you've successfully null-paged something, they can't cast it from their hand. So then you can use Rachel to stack their top deck so that it's the card that you previously null-paged. So you're like, here's a dead draw, a card that you literally can't play. Makes for some pretty interesting interactions. And then 2 Severing Winds, just to be able to have it in the deck. We're playing green, we might as well throw a couple Severing Winds in there because sometimes you can catch your opponent off guard. But that is it for the deck. Huge thanks to Jeff Finnigan, our global liaison, for sending me this. If you guys have a different take on Scheherazade, or you're looking to kind of figure out how to play her, I definitely recommend starting with this list so you can get a handle on kind of how her mechanics work. But I definitely think that she can go in a lot of different directions. You don't necessarily have to play dolls with her. This is just kind of one way to take it. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, or any changes you might have already made to your Scheherazade list. And until next time, this is TMO73, signing off. Huge thanks to the patrons of the channel. You see their names here on the screen as well as down below in the description. They are what help make this channel run and help me do these awesome projects for you guys. If you feel like joining the channel and getting access to all the cool perks that come with being a patron, click on the P on the screen or the link down below. Thanks so much. See you next time.